Hey Leo, welcome to your weekly forecast for August 5th through the 11th. This is a general reading for Leo's sun, moon, and rising. We're continuing here with our summer ocean mermaid theme, and I've got a new mermaid deck here, guys. I didn't even know this deck existed until a couple of days ago, and then I was like, oh my god, like I love it, like I have to have it. So here it is, I'm sharing it with you. And those of you who are curious about which decks I'm using, a lot of you ask. As always, the link will be in the description of the video if you want to check out more info about the decks. There's your Monday, Tuesday. There's your Wednesday, Thursday. And here's your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All right, Leo, let's do it. Your Monday, Tuesday is endurance, okay? So some of you may be on this big kind of mission right now, or big goal. You may have been going through a lot of changes, and now you're just coming into this energy of you're very close to that finish line, but this is the time sometimes when we start to get very tired. And this is saying keep going. The dolphins are jumping out at me. The dolphins to me is that playfulness. Like if you can try to keep the work ahead as playful as possible, or if you can remind yourself to make time to have fun, then these next few weeks ahead will be more enjoyable and less stressful. Okay, we just had that that new moon in Leo, right? And so this made us realize a lot of the things we were hungry for, a lot of the things that we felt were missing in our life, that we're longing for. It gave us a sense of, wanting more enjoyment, wanting more fulfillment, wanting more adventure. And some of us, this made us kind of aggravated. And, you being a Leo, some of you maybe really felt that new moon energy kind of strongly. And so you might be feeling tired out, you might be feeling frustrated, or you might just be like, oh my goodness, like how much longer till I'm finally there? This is giving me a sense or a feeling, Leo, that you're very, very close to accomplishing some goal, right? You've come a long way. Don't tire out now. Keep going. Try to find ways of having fun, making things as playful or lighthearted as possible, because this will make the time go much faster. Your Wednesday, Thursday card here is choices, all right? So as you are about to move forward, it's so funny because as I'm looking at this card, we see, this figure here from behind, and we see all these like kind of tails going different directions. It almost makes me feel like, like all these things were just maybe like this wall swimming around in front of her, and she stepped up, and it makes me feel like they parted ways, like some doors opened. So I do feel Wednesday, Thursday, a lot of you are manifesting really big changes coming in, or opportunities coming in, where you're going to have to make some decisions, and you're going to have to choose which way you want to go. It feels very much like something was stuck for a long time, and now it's actually happening or moving forward. I feel for some of you, you've been fighting for this for a while, and now that it's here, you're like, man, like what do I do? And for whatever reason, for some of you, I do feel this could be by means of a settlement. Like if you've been having a legal issue, or if you've been going back and forth, I feel like there's attorneys, or there's a company or somebody, or coming back to you and saying, okay, here's what we're prepared to offer you, here's what we want to give to you to settle this situation. And you might have to think about it, like, do I want to accept it, or do I want to keep fighting? Do I want to try to push for more? Whatever it might be. So the choices here for you are going to be about which direction you want to go in, and like I do feel for some of you also, the choices are gonna have to do with like getting settled. Like you're really thinking about your long term. Like, where do I want to live? What do I want to be doing? So as you're making these decisions, they have to do with you feeling like settled in life. And, for those of you who are older, it could even be like, where do I want to retire? Where do I want to go? Like you're making choices having to do with bringing a sense of permanence in your life. You're thinking about those things. Your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday card here is responsibility. This is really funny to me because every so often we'll get what I call a stalker card, which is like it keeps coming up for a lot of the signs. And this seems to be that card. This seems to be repeating. And the craziest thing is that it keeps popping up so far in the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday spot, the same exact spot. It popped up in this spot for Aquarius. It popped up for this spot for Cancer. So it would be very funny to me if a lot of you are watching your moon sign or rising sign and you had it in your sun sign. You're like, oh my goodness, now it's in my moon or in my rising. If that's the case, then Spirit's really giving you a message here that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is going to be some kind of go time. And it's funny because I felt different energies around it for the different signs it came up for. For you all, Leo, this makes me feel like some blessing is coming your way, like some money is coming your way. Maybe that's why I was getting a sense or a feeling of like a settlement. Maybe for some of you it might be a bonus or something that you've been trying to sell and this money's coming in. And I feel like you're learning to be responsible with your money. Like you're learning where to put it and how to make it work for you and how to make it grow. I feel for some reason this is coming in with a sense of financial responsibility, not just in the way of like paying your bills on time and getting out of debt, but in terms of like security and like being able to use your money wisely, being able to make it work for you, make it grow. It's some kind of sense of investment I'm feeling for some reason, Leo, around this card for a lot of you for the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday spot. Okay, and again, it'll be different for different ones of you, but it just seems to me like you are creating some kind of nest egg or some kind of long-term security for your future, and you're getting very wise about how to make that happen. Let's go ahead and check out your spirit message for the week, your spirit homework. We're gonna go ahead and use an OG mermaid deck. I don't know if this is the first ever mermaid decks, but it might be one of the first. So let's see what we have here. Father healing. And I'm trying to think who else this came up for. It could have, again, been Aquarius. I'm telling you guys, man, some of you are dealing with Aquarius or Cancer. Or you have it in your chart because it's really kind of repeating here. So this is saying that your personal power increases as you give any father related issues to heaven. Now this is going to be different for different ones of you. Some of you may be having, God forbid, some of you may be having some kind of blowout with your father or father figure this week, which is going to just kind of bring things to the surface that you had forgotten about or you hadn't dealt with in a very long time. And there's going to be a sense of like wanting to forgive, wanting to let it go, wanting to release it. But for other ones of you, this is going to have to do with coming out of like a block or a negative influence that you inherited from your father's side, or something in your father, the way that your father raised you or wasn't around that affected you maybe negatively. You're healing from it and you're releasing it once and for all. You're clearing away that energy. And so that kind of negative influence no longer has an influence on you. You're taking your power back. And it's not blocking you. It's not hindering you anymore in any way. For some of you Leos, it's really interesting, especially those of you who have had like a really overbearing father, or like a father that maybe was very demanding or strict in some way. You're standing up to that. whether you're standing up to the memory of it and taking your power back in the moment, or there could be a conflict, like I said, for some of you, but you're standing up to that, like no, this is who I am. These are the choices I want to make. This is the direction I'm going to go in. And so there's this, realization that you're not a child, that you can't be told what to do, and being able to really claim, that which you feel is meant for you, and not feeling like you have to get permission for that. Like, I'm an adult. Some of you maybe till this day are living your life in a way that's inauthentic to you, because you're following rules that maybe were put in your head at a very young age, that you were afraid of your father, and now you're realizing, hey, you know what, if I want to have purple hair, I can have purple hair. If I want to go out on dates, I can go out on dates. If I want to, change religions, I can change religions, like whatever it might be. Like, you're realizing that, you can do these things, that you have this freedom, that you have this power over your life. I really strongly suggest that you watch your moon sign and rising sign videos as well, because it could add a little extra information, and it could help you get a little bit more, pieces to the puzzle, so to speak. Those of you who want more love reading info, I do the love reading separately. So if you click on the Calendly link in the description of the video, you can go ahead and watch your love videos there. If you would like a private reading, obviously I'm more than happy to give you a private reading. If you click on the Calendly link in the description of the video, it will take you to the scheduling page. And by popular demand, I've went ahead and I've redone the listing so that hopefully the prices are a little bit more clear. I know some people were getting confused. Hopefully now that confusion, will be no more. Hopefully we have it cleared up. But if you would like to schedule a private reading, obviously I love reading for you guys. You can do that there on that Calendly link. I thank you so very much for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing, and I'm wishing you a fabulous week.